Hello, it's Brick Bros UK and we have our alternative build for the LEGO Nexo Knights The Three Brothers 70350, which we know is a build lots of you guys have been waiting to see, so it's great to finally have it finished. Because we've created the alternative build we're calling the Three Brothers Fort that includes a big fig rock monster and a fort build. So if you want to make this, you can check out that step-by-step build tutorial at the end, but first let's get a closer look at the builds. So first up, we did end up with a few parts left over which you could always add in if you wanted to use them up. Now starting with our favourite creation is the big fig rock monster that we feel would nicely fit into the stone monster army. So looking at the bottom, it has two purple boulder legs that can move forwards and backwards, and they look good with the rock texture on the front. They also provide stability to the figure thanks to their large bulky construction, making the monster easy to display. Moving up the figure, its arms were a bit more tricky to make due to the limited connector parts, but we managed to make two large identical rock arms that have trans light blue wheel cogs on the shoulders, which as you can see add armor, but we also thought they could represent the monster's lightning bolt power built into its body. Now for the lower section of the arms, we created them from Technic rods and built large fists on the end of each one, which we simply made from those useful purple rock pieces. Then on the sides of each one we clipped on some trans light blue pointy studs for lightning detail. But they don't just look good for display, because for play the arms can fully rotate so the monster can smash down on buildings or the knights. And there's also a clip on the fist which allows the monster to grab items, weapons or axle in battle, so as you can see these rotating arms are a great feature to use on this figure. Following on from the arms, in the middle the monster's body and head merge as one, so it's got a grill mouth with the printed yellow rock eyes above that combine well to give the monster a cool evil face. And on top to finish the head we clipped on two trans light blue pointy pieces on the purple sloping bricks to give the monster horns to complete its look. Then lastly, if we turn around at the back, that figure is just flat and quite bare. So that's the rock monster Big Fig, which we think will be a useful creature to give to Jestro and Monstrox. Next up is that Three Brothers Fort that's a nice little defensive position the brothers can use as a cool hideout or army HQ, and design wise it is crude in places, but with the parts we had at hand it's a good size, plus has a nice mix of grey stone parts with lightning and purple pieces. So looking at the front, on either side we connected these big lightning pieces to the structure to act as lightning spear traps that can electrocute anyone who gets too close. Then between the traps is this small purple central tower that's mounted on a stone base, and we decorated it with stone bricks and light blue pointy studs to give it the right Stone Monster Army colour scheme. We also made sure there was plenty of room in the tower to fit in one of the brothers so they can man the position. And behind it, mounted on the back wall, is the catapult, which is the perfect defensive weapon for the fortress, but you might have noticed that it is a similar design to the original build's catapult because it has a boulder bucket, however it's slightly different because it's shorter. But its size doesn't affect its firepower because it can easily blast Axel away when he assaults the fort. Moving to the sides, we created two grey Technic columns that elevate the higher double stone towers above, which make use of the round rock wheels, and their stone texture blends well with the fort's rock design. We also built in light blue bases on each tower so minifigures can stand on them to get a good view to look out for the knights. And because they're wheels you can still spin each tower, which is a bit pointless, but it's fun to try to make minifigures dizzy. Looking down again at the columns on the base of each one, we built stone bricks to cover the crude Technic constructions, which is a nice design. Then at the back there's a large open area where we've added lightning bolt decoration to surround the forbidden power storage rack that takes center stage, and in play you can easily take it off when the brothers need it. And that's the Three Brothers Fort, which is a cool little building to use in play against the knights, or you could use it as a base to display your Stone Monster Army. On a final note, our Three Brothers Fort alternative build was a good build to make because it turned the single rolling monster into two fun creations to expand play. And we particularly like the Big Fig rock monster because it gives you a new scary looking figure for your Stone Monster Army that has lots of flexibility. We also thought it would be useful to give the two brother minifigures their own fort because you don't get many buildings in the Nexo Knights theme. Plus you could play out a fun defend and attack battle with it against Axel by launching the catapult, manning the towers and using the forbidden power. It's also large enough to accommodate extra Stone Monster Army minifigures you might have, so it would be a handy base to have if your army keeps expanding. So if you like these builds and want to make them, then here's the step-by-step build tutorial. And that's the finished build, so now you can enjoy the Three Brothers 4, or maybe you've taken inspiration from the build to make something more awesome. Hope you enjoyed a Brick Bros UK alternative build, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.